Matt Rhule left Baylor. Where would you put him among college coaches? Top 10, top 50? I mean, he was a really good coach, right, for Baylor?
When Matt Rhule left Baylor, let's see. How many years was he there? 3?
Yeah, right after the 19 season, 29.
Right, but how many years was he at Baylor? 3?
3. 17.
Okay, and he had the last year they had a good year, right? They went to the Sugar Bowl, and then what'd they do the year before?
7-6.
They were winning record. After he had to just start from scratch, his first year was just
Okay, so he came in after Bryles because they hired one guy for 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, so basically he came in after Bryles and then that. But he did good at Temple too, didn't he? Wasn't he at Temple?
Yeah.
I thought he did pretty good, yeah. I mean, I would say that, how many years was he at Temple? Anybody know? So he had about 4 years at Temple and then 3 here. So he's a 7-year head coach, is that right? I would say people would think, yeah, he's obviously done good. The Panthers, they thought he did good, but the one thing about it is, I thought they were smart. They had good schemes and stuff, good concepts. That's the way I look at coaches, and then I also look at longevity. You know, guys that are coaching a long time, can they sustain, or like guys that move around, can they do it in different places? You know, like the guy at Utah, I think he's a good coach because he sustains winning there. But I would say yes, the people would have considered Matt a good college football coach.
I bring it up because he's just the latest example of unquestionably good to great college coach that for whatever reason just washed out. You know, you got fired this morning.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
And so
I couldn't even have told you the record, so I didn't know that.
Any idea why that just happens again?
Why it happens? The NFL is parity, and it's funny you brought that up because last night when I got home, I watched the last 5 minutes of that game that was on with one of my kids, and I saw some scores along the bottom of the screen. So the last year's Super Bowl team, I think they're 2-3, right? And then the Bengals lost last night, and they were in the Super Bowl, and they're 2-3. And I think before this week that the Patriots were 1-3. I think, is that not right?
No, that's correct.
Okay, so and he's supposed to be a good coach. So the point being is that the NFL, there's so much parity, and that's what's trickling down to college because of NIL and the portal. That's why you're seeing things that are starting to level out now, because guys are bouncing around in the portal. Quarterbacks are bouncing around. Like, you take a quarterback that's starting somewhere, and he's a really good college player. If you don't screw it up as a coach, you're going to win 8 games. And then he leaves and goes over somewhere else, and then the next guy playing has not played much. You might be a 5 or 6 win season, so it's a huge impact. And I think you're seeing that. I know you're seeing it in the NFL. Now it's coming down to college with the NIL and portal. But to answer your question, there's just so much parity in the NFL that, I mean, how else would you explain that?
Has there ever been a point in your life where you thought that might look like something it'd be fun to coach in the NFL?
Sure, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I 10 years ago, I don't remember how many years ago, I don't know what year. I can't remember. I went to, I interviewed 3 times with one team and then didn't take the job.
An NFL team? Who was it?
Well, I don't know if they want me to say or not. It was Tampa Bay. They ended up hiring the guy from, I think they hired the guy from Rutgers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had multiple interviews with them. But anyway, long story short, yeah, I thought about it, but obviously not now. I mean, it's not.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.